My name is Darren, and I'm 32 years old. I've been in this program for 4 weeks, I think 25 days. How I got here was I was working for family, and since the isolation, since the COVID isolation started, I got my new place in January, and I'd been living by myself. I'd started to use cocaine more heavily, and it got to the point where I was unable to show up at work on time, and I started missing time, and it became obvious to my family that I'd been using cocaine. As I'd been in recovery before, they knew what to expect from me. So I guess that led to, one day, the last time I showed up late for work, I was pulled into the office with my father, my brother, and our secretary, and they asked me if I had a problem, and I didn't really admit to it until I spoke to my dad after that meeting, and he asked me again if I had a problem. I said yes, and he asked if I wanted to go to treatment, and I said yes again. I found out a couple weeks into this treatment I don't have a job coming back to that. So because of this, and that's how I'm here today. Honestly, there's a strength that I feel now that I've never felt before. So the biggest lessons I received were how to deal with certain emotions and how to identify emotions before I acted upon them, and just living in the moment and thinking about what I do before I do it. And I found, I was an angry person before I came into this program, and I've found that that's really lifted. I find that my spirit's filled with peace and much more serenity. I'm not saying I live a complete life of serenity right now, but I feel a lot more at peace and free than I did before I came in here. Been to a treatment center before, about 6 or 7 years ago, and honestly, this is like a 5-star hotel compared to that place. This is much better than I expected it to be. Everyone here is just so understanding, and you don't feel like you don't feel like a drug addict. You don't feel like you don't feel the way a lot of people treat you when you're outside these walls, when they know you have this problem. Mm-hmm. And it's very non-judgmental, and you feel at peace in this place. Honestly, I think if they're going to do this program, I think I would first and foremost, I would tell them not to be scared away by the word God, and to explain to them that, that doesn't have to mean the God, and to just, let yourself feel, and just let yourself be free, because no one around here is going to judge you. Nobody. So I think that would be the best piece of advice I could give to someone, is to just let yourself go, and not be intimidated by the lingo. I would definitely recommend for someone to come to iRecover.